So let's start. So welcome you all to the world of light bulbs. Today we are going to learn about light bulbs. So light bulbs are more important to overall design of your room. Then you may think. Anybody know why? Anybody know why it is more important? What is the role of light bulbs in interior and why they are important? Anybody know? Nobody have idea? Am I audible, guys? Make or break interior. Why? Why they make or break interior? It gives us like a natural light. No thaja. Looks attractive. Anything other than this gives perfect look the interior for highlighting. Any other answer? So light bulbs actually emit different colors and temperature. So they have a significant impact on overall mood of your room. 100, isn't it true? Do you feel that every we have light bulb in different colors, so it is having a very different impact on our mood of the room, how we want to. That's why it is very important. Light bulbs are very important when we are designing. So let's go ahead and dive into the specifics. So hopefully you essentially have we essentially have three kind of bulbs. These are the incandescent, CFL and LED. These mainly in residential designing, light designing, we have three kind of bulbs. So I'm sure you know about incandescent. They dominated the residential lighting since decades. For decades, they dominated the residential lightings. And we all love about what are the things we love about incandescent. Anybody? Why people love incandescent bulbs? Anybody love or not? Yellow light, yes. The beautiful color of the light. And the warmness too. The light that they emit, which in turn makes us look good. But incandescents are definitely on their way out. Unfortunately, they are super inefficient. Why they are inefficient? Because they are not eco-friendly. They have been known to burn fingers. Anybody tried that? Burning fingers with incandescent bulb? Anybody tried that? Yeah. So, but now we have more things. Earlier, it is a best thing to with design. So after the incandescent, there are CFLs. CFL are certainly better than incandescents. while they are unmuted. So CFLs are cheaper than LEDs and they are better than incandescents. They are there for residential designing. But now CFLs are not too used because we have LEDs. So LEDs are first choice of all the designers. And now I think everyone who is going with designers, they are having LED lights. Other than people are putting LED bulbs on their houses or LED tube lights. Now it's time of LED. So there are so many reasons why we are using LED. Earlier, LED has a bad reputation that it is giving a too cold look, but that is not actually the real look, the real thing that was past. So today LEDs are improved so much, and now they are more closely mimic the look of incandescent. You see so many bulbs, they are LED, but they look like tungsten bulbs. We use in restaurant design that kind of bulb. They all are LEDs, but look like incandescent bulb. So light bulbs, which means much warmer skin flattering light, are LED bulbs. So additionally, LEDs tend to last about 10 years or 6 times longer than CFLs. So that is the benefit of LED. And that is actually pretty significant. LEDs are also low maintenance and they consume less energy. These are the benefits, meaning that they are great on your electricity bill, and they are also have advantage of being cool to the touch. LEDs are not too hot like incandescent bulb. And LEDs also don't contain mercury like fluorescents and CFLs, like incandescents and CFLs do mercury. They are made up of mercuries, but LEDs are not like that. So these are the few benefits. So LEDs are also low maintenance. They consume less energy, meaning they are great on. Okay. So these are the benefits of LEDs. It's last and cool to touch, right? For home, what we have to choose? We have to choose LEDs that are in between 27K and 3000K. The K stands for Kelvin rating, which simply tell us what the color temperature is. Meaning how warm. Like the yellow color is more warm and white is less warm. So to understand the warmness and coolness, we see the Kelvin rating of any LED bulbs, any light we can say. So that means how it is nearby the candle lights, how it is similar to candle light, which is more flattering and easier on the eyes. So you will find that bulbs are in 2500 to 6500K range. Being the warmest, if we go on the higher side, like 6000, 6500 is being the coolest, and 35 is the fairly neutral light. The color temperature, if you are trying to cool down the color scheme in your room, look for a bulb around 4000K. If you are going for a cool look, so you have to go with 4000K or 5000K. That will give a cool look. And this is even cooler, and you are now close to mimicking the natural sunlight. When you are you want to give natural sunlight, then you have to in between 4000K to 5000K, which hopefully it is surprising. And few people think that natural light have warmer, natural daylight is warmer than that, partially personal actually preference. But actually that natural daylight is not that warmer. We think that if we are going for natural light, look bulbs, so it should be on warmer light, but it is not. It's whenever we are choosing, we want to give natural light, it is on cooler side. So we have to go with higher Kelvin rate. And if you consider the interior design style, we have to consider it with the interior design style too. What is the interior design style we are following? So like in living room, family room, bedrooms, we go with warmer lights. And in kitchen, we go with neutral. And if you have with the have a home office, or you are going to design a home office, then you have to go on cooler side. So we have to choose the color, the temperature of the bulb according to the function of the room. What is the function of any particular area? Like if we put warm light in study room, it will not help. It will actually create a strain on eyes. So it is really good to use in even in kitchen. You have to use neutral light. The warm light is always good where you have to do study and the warm light is always good where you are just sitting and spending time with your family or your guests. So wherever anybody is going, in even bathrooms, you may feel that daylight, the neutral light is good. So one interesting thing is about LEDs. You may be aware that you can dim an incandescent bulb, the light will. So get the warmer on the, that is, you can get it with LEDs too. So now come to how to determine how much light you have to require in a room. That is a kind of calculation, that how you can calculate how much light required in any room, how you choose light, how to select light. Otherwise you will never able to judge how much LEDs you need to put. So there is a simple, so insufficient lighting is actually a major problem of many homes. So there is a thumb rule. So the rule of thumb is light wattage, the wattage you need in a room. So all you need to do is to multiply the total square feet area with 1.5. So you will get how much ambient light you need and how much task light you need. For that, you have to multiply the total square feet area with 2.5. Okay. So let me explain this with an example. Suppose the room size is 12 into 14. So our total square feet area is 168 square feet. So now I will multiply it 1.5. So I will get 252 watt. The watt. Sorry. So anybody know what is ambient light? Anybody know what is ambient light? Can anybody make me host again? Guys, please help me out. Yaniti. Everybody. Just no video is coming. Okay, wait a minute. I think wait a minute. My voice is coming. Wait. Give me a second. I will switch my to another internet. Now it is connected. Guys, are you able to hear me now? Okay. 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 So I will start sharing. I'm switching off my video. So then we have to calculate the task light. If the 6 into 8 feet kitchen working area, so we have 48 square feet. So when we multiply 48 square feet to 2.5, we will get 128 watt. So task light should be 120 watt. How much we require? That is 120 watt. So in this way, we can calculate ambient light and task light. How much total we light we need any room with that square feet area, we can calculate it. To brighten up any given space uniformly, ambient light. Ambient light, it's kind of, yes, uniformly, perfect. Anybody other than what is ambient light? Anything you missed, guys? Like this rule is clear, how we calculate? Is this clear that how we calculate? Yes, natural light is also ambient light. Perfect. The calculation part is clear. So what we have to remember when using LED bulbs, that LED bulbs are with 10 watt is equivalent to 60 watt. Like if 60 watt incandescents. So if we have in total, that is the calculation is for incandescence wattage. So if we have 10 and 6, it's 6 times. So we have to calculate that. How much actually LED bulbs we require. We need, this is the calculation gives us total wattage of incandescence. Okay. Clear, guys? Task light is light. I will tell you in detail later on. So task light is light that is coming directly on particular point. My voice is breaking. Is it breaking for everyone? No, task light is not spotlight. Okay, sometimes maybe I have two internet connection, but no, it's working. What part, Divya? This calculation you want to understand again? Please let me clear which part. So I will go through again. Conversion of LED. Yeah, the 10 watt of LED is equivalent to 60 watt of incandescence. Okay. Is it now clear? Like 10 is equals to 60, sorry. Task light, I will come with in detail later on. The task light is like we are studying on a table or we are working on a kitchen. The particular light coming on that working area, that is task light. Okay. So now we have to come with the what mostly people do mistakes when they are planning lights. They are not planning in layers. That is actually required. That is the common mistake usual people do. So, but we designers think completely different. We think in layers. 3 layers to be exact. As much as possible, you want to shoot for having 3 different layers of lighting in a room. Okay. So we have these 3 layers are ambient lighting, task lighting, and accent lighting. So you will learn through what are these 3 lighting. This is functional or ambient. This is your task light and this is accent light. So each of these sources reside throughout all levels of the room. Ceiling, wall, or middle of the room, and sometimes floor. Even we can highlight, sometimes we need to put on the floor too. Like yesterday, day before yesterday, I told you, in last session, I told you the uplight for plants to highlight that area. So we can put lights on floor too. But we have to plan any room in 3 layers of lights. When we plan 3 layers of light, that is the perfect planning. So you can see in this image too. There is 1, 2, and if you see, my image is clear, video is clear or not? Okay. So if you see, we have given the light on floor 2. So, so many times you have seen the lights on stairs. That is a kind of accent lighting also. So now let's talk about in detail in 3. So first of all, first we have ambient lighting, and this is where you should start. So when you hear about the word ambient lighting, Just think general lighting. This is a light source that provides illumination to the entire room during the day. So try to use natural light as much as possible for your ambient light. Daylight is some of the best lightings. You can say it's the best source of ambient light. And it is also free. And you can use mirrors to amplify the natural daylight around your room. As yesterday in last session I explained the mirror you have to use. So now on the artificial side, ambient light, as I mentioned earlier, this is a typically only the type of light people have in their homes. Forms of ambient light include chandeliers. Like normal people, if they are not hiring a designer or they are planning their own by their own, they are only planning ambient light. They are not planning about task light. They are not planning about accent lighting. They are planning only about ambient lighting. So the ambient light include chandeliers, resist can lights, and flush mount, semi-flush mounts, wall sconces, even ceiling fan lights. Although I found that latter is generally not being enough to provide true ambient light on its own. The latter ones like ceiling fans and wall sconce, they are not able to provide, they are not able to give enough ambient light. So the true ambient light means that it lights up your room fairly evenly and gives you enough light to do things like clean your home effectively or doing reading. So these are the types of ambient lights. You can use this, but alone they will not work to give perfect result. And one more thing I want to tell you about, that resist can light, which we checked over here. This is the resist can light. So resist can lights definitely give up a more contemporary look. It is really good when we are planning a contemporary house. So don't use them for traditional designs. It is never look good in traditional. It is a part of contemporary design. In traditional, you have scones are probably much more suited rather than using your resist can lights. These are the types of ambient light which we can apply in any design. So now come to task lighting. Task lighting is exactly what the name suggests. This is the type of lighting is used in smaller areas where more intense work light is needed when doing a specific task, like reading, working on a hobby, or working on a kitchen. So there we need a particular specific light. So that is task light. And task lighting should be at least double the brightness of your ambient light. It is the rule that your task light should be double the brightness of your ambient light. That is said, so you have to aware that you should not use bright task lights to take place of your ambient light. Be always sure that you have ambient lighting well in your room. Wherever you are placing your task light, there must be proper ambient light too. And also place the task light next to or in front of the person so that their body does not cast a shadow. Like right now, where I am sitting, the light is behind me. So my shadow is reflecting. So that is not a perfect thing. So on the task that they are performing, such as reading or working, their shadow will not give an impact. So now I have a question. Where do you think the bottom of lamp shade should fall? Where do you think the bottom of lamp shade should fall? What walls? Okay, let me go option. Below the eye level, above the eye level, or at the eye level. I'm giving you three options. Below the eye level, at the eye level, or above the eye level. Okay. Now I will tell who is. Only three people give the right answer. At the eye level. Because at the eye level, it is optimum position to prevent the glare of the task light. If it is below or above, it will create glare. It is not good for working. You cannot work well if it is below or above. So when we are planning task light, we have to be sure that what is the sitting area. If whatever kind of task light we are planning, usually task light having table lamps, floor lamps, pendant lamps, desk lamp, or work lamps. So, or well-positioned track lighting and under cabinet lighting. These are the types of task lights. Okay. So where we have to, the eye level should be come together. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear? Wait a moment, guys. Yes. So now come to accent lighting. So accent lighting is used to highlight the objects or that any architectural feature in a room. Whatever we are having, that we want to highlight. So there we use accent lighting. Every feature wall need a accent lighting. If we don't have a good accent lighting, that feature wall will not look like a feature wall. So while your accent lighting fixture can have bulbs that are brighter than the overall light in, you can use bulbs also. Make sure that they aren't more than about 3 times as bright as your ambient light. This is the actually rule that it should not be more than 3 times. And we can have halogen lights in ambient accent light. So this is the kind of ambient light. It is like this is we have used over the window. This is on floor. Like the plant idea which I have given to you, that is also kind of accent light. Okay. So these are the, we can use halogens somewhere in big, if you see in big hotels, some artifacts are highlighted with halogen lights. They are also accent lights. So accent lighting includes uplighting such as floor can lights. This is floor can lights. And for plant picture lights, for your wall art, you can use, or bookshelf, you can use LED strips, lights in your bookcases, direction, and even resist scan lights or track lighting to highlight different objects. The resist scan light I have shown you earlier, that is also you can use for accent lighting. That is, you can easily use. You guys remember? Regarding shadow, shadow is like if you have to put in front of or inside of. You are putting behind, the shadow will come. So that is the point. I will explain you more. Divya, got my point? Or I will explain you again. No. Okay. So what, like if a person is working on a table, the task light should be inside next to that person or in front of that person. Like if you are working on if somebody is working on a kitchen slab, where we can put task light either under the cabinet or in besides, like the person where the person is standing. If we have any place, in kitchen we cannot have any place to put next to that person, that we can read. Accent light. Which picture? Which picture? Okay, this picture. This is this one, Thaja, you are asking? Which picture? In earlier one? Okay. Semi flashlight. This one? Resist can, ceiling fan, cove, flashlights, scones. In accent lighting. Okay. This is the picture light. This is called picture light, and this is resist can lights. This is LED strip, and this is uplighting. Okay. Clear? And also try some pictures that give shine down, because they are having variety. We have fixture. If you go to the market, you see fixtures are available in variety. It will not only give light to your room, but also create a work of an artifacts. So you need not, if you are putting good, pretty smart lights, fixtures, so that will also work as artifacts. You need not, if you see this room, there are not so many artifacts, but these lights are giving pretty good look, isn't it? Yes, uplight will be S. So if we are giving fixtures in our lights, in light patterns, whatever we are planning the light, so it will automatically highlight our room. It will actually give the shine. So in the direction of your lighting will definitely make your light screen more dramatic. If you are planning in layers, these 3 layers are actually required. These 3 layers are like, if you are planning all the 3, think about any room and just think, if you are planning in 3 layers, that you have to give these 3 lights, that is compulsory. Automatically a dramatic look will create or not. Just tell me that if you are taking all the 3 lights perfectly. Resist light is used in POP work. Even now, resist can lights are like, which you can put directly on ceiling without POP. These are the what I call, I just forgot the name. I will tell you the name. I just slipped from my mind. Surface light. Yeah, it's called surface light. The surface LED lights are like that. Without POP, you can directly put on your ceiling, and it will just give the look of your resist can. Not exactly resist can, but it will create a good ambient light work without giving POP work. But you have to work on wiring part. If the wiring is like that, you can put on ceiling, or otherwise you can create wiring on ceiling, then it will be very good solution. Okay, so now I'm going to discuss giving you an amazing task. The task I want to discuss with you first. The task is, are you able to see this layout? Everybody is able to see the layout. So what you have to do, you have to create, it is a study room for a kid. And what are the requirements? It's a study table, cupboard, and a bed. So with this layout, you have to create complete layout with the lightings, where you put how much light is required and what kind of lighting you love to put over there. Not only love, what is actually good for customer. So you have to create this. So I want to discuss it right now so that you are able to do it comfortably. Anybody just suggest me which wall? Just see for 2 minutes and are you able to see it clearly? Just give me idea. Let's discuss that which wall is good for study table. Have a look. I'm giving you 5 minutes. I'm giving you. Just have a look thoroughly and answer me. Which wall is perfect for study table and cupboard if I want to put it combined? Raksha, you have to check it. It's what, yes, you have to convert in feet. It's 127 feet wall is good. But calculate in fits. How much part is study table and how much part is cupboard? This is the entrance. This is the washroom. This is the double door balcony gate. Okay. This wall is of 62 inches. This is of 120 inches. This is 2 of 120 inches, definitely. And this is 127, 66, 62, and this is after the entrance, it is 127 inches. Okay, Divya, is it clear? But then where we will put bed and how we can design, just think. We have to give a pretty good look. We have to create great ambience with lights and all the things. $62. Then the bed is how you put the bed. Take 2 more minutes. Think thoroughly. What is the direction of bed? Make it on paper. Make a rough sketch quickly on paper. Then think. And you also have to think about lights too. Not only layout. Sure. Now you can unmute yourself, Divya.
I think the main wall is okay for placing a table for a child, because in front there is a balcony.
Yes.
There's a double door balcony, and there can be fresh air entering, and main daylight will come from the balcony.
Okay. So
And
Divya, what is the dimension of cupboard and what is the dimension of table? How
No,
you plan?
I'm saying on the main wall we can place the study table.
Okay.
And for the cupboard, I will go for that 62-inch wall in between the balcony door and the washroom door.
But it will be too big then. And that study table for a single child is too big. It's 113 inches width.
Yeah, that is okay. But
That is too
has
big.
to
No, it is
be
not actually required in that case.
not full wall can be covered. All small, even a small table with a little tidbits near a dustbin for doing his things. So
Then what is the use of corner?
which corner? Yeah, corner.
Like one corner will be always vacant, na? If we okay, let me tell you how much fit table you are planning.
There is one entrance door and there is a washroom door. This is the passage. So
Yeah, we
this
cannot
cannot
utilize
be utilized either for
Yes.
Almira or for bed.
Yes.
So we are left with 3 walls.
Okay.
So the daylight is coming from the balcony. So this is the place for study table.
Definitely.
And the rest of the 2 walls, one of the walls we can choose for replacing the
Or
bed and Almira.
if we do like this, that we create the study and cupboard both in this wall only.
Yeah,
Is that possible?
yes, we can do that, but that if the cupboard is also there and a study table is also there, then the area becomes little cramped up, and that openness which a thought process is required for a child to study, and a openness of mind and feel of there is open thing is there. That
Okay.
has to be there for a child to think in a free way. And
Okay.
we can place a board actually in the corner for him to write and do his things, a blackboard or a whiteboard with markers in the corner.
But do you think if we put a cupboard on this wall, that it will look like an obstacle in between because it will come up 2 feet? The depth of any cupboard is 2 feet.
Yeah.
So isn't looking like a unwanted part in the room?
Yeah, but if there's no other furniture except cupboard and
We
bed,
have to put bed too in this room.
how many beds? 1 bed or 2 beds?
1 bed.
Yeah, 1 bed. Yes, 1 bed can come in this 27 inches wall easily. And washroom is in front. If the child gets up at the night, he can directly go to the washroom. That accessibility has to be there to the balcony or to the bathroom, from the bed and from the table.
Okay. So what lights you will plan in this room?
One light, of course, on the table.
Mhm.
That is task light.
Okay.
And one light.
How much wattage is required? You have to calculate this. Anybody
Yeah,
else want to
yeah.
discuss? Yeah, 12. Okay. You have to calculate that also. I'm just discussing this so that it will be comfortable for you guys to complete the task. I hope now you are getting better idea of task, isn't it? So anybody else want to discuss this? Because as much you discuss here, it will really give you help to work on this, or even think more on your projects too. Calculation you can't understand. Calculation for ambient light, yeah. Who is?
I'm really missing a window in this room. For a child, it has to be a window.
Yeah, window is not. So what we can do? What construction part we can include in this? Just think also. Create a complete structure. That is the task actually. For ambient light, it is the total square foot area, length into width into 1.5 is equals to the total wattage of your ambient light. Okay, Thaja? Yes, we can. You can suggest construction part. What is good? What if we cover the balcony inside the room and put the window in balcony? It can be done or two. It will actually give more natural light to room. Anybody else want to discuss? So guys, I want your feedback for today's session.
Size of the cupboard.
Size of the cupboard, you can keep height is of 10 feet and width of 4 feet or 5 feet.
Okay. And a study table.
Study table, you suggest me for a single child.
Okay. And which class he is in? He or she?
He or she might be in junior classes like third, fourth.
Okay. And is a boy or a girl?
Boy.
Boy. Okay. And size of bed? Have you purchased or is yet to purchase?
No. Size of bed. I think we have to go with a normal size bed, 6x3 single bed, because one child has to sleep over there. We cannot modify, go with queen size, because then further it will not have a use. If we initially take a small size.
Okay. And only one cupboard? That's it.
Yeah, only one cupboard. That's it.
No almirah for toys or other things.
No, that is actually if we took 5 feet, then 4 feet is for clothing and 1 feet is for toys. More than enough for a kid.
Okay.
Hello. This is Meera
Yeah.
here. Can I discuss the plan with you? Like, this is
Yeah,
suggestion.
yeah.
This like your the bed, now you have a loft bed kind of thing, and
Mhm.
below that you can give a cupboard or something like that, where the kid can keep all his things and everything, along with the bookshelves and clothes and everything. And after that you can give a bed, and the study table can be given on the main wall, and this whole other area will be left for using for playing or something, whatever the child wants to do.
Yes, yes.
So, that is okay. Matlab.
Yes, I think that is pretty good. Try to draw. Suggest me the lightings. Today we discussed lighting. So suggest me lightings.
Acha.
Do we go
the-
for POP or what? How we can give good lights?
If we do, it's a question. If in case we are doing a POP, then how much of space is required to be left from the top, like from the ceiling? I means I don't know. Like if you give the lights, because
Yeah, it is
the bed
1 feet.
also will be.
Actually, usually it come down 1 feet, and 9 inches minimum is required
Okay.
on all wall sizes if we creating a cove.
Okay. 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 1 feet at least.
At least 1 feet we need to down the ceiling.
And the height of the room is, what would that be? It's a 10
10
feet
feet.
room.
10 feet.
Okay. 10. So wanted to ask this light, the watts you're talking about, which you're doing the multiplication, it will be all the 3 layers will come together. I have to calculate according to that.
Yeah, it's a ambient light and task light. You calculate that this much of ambient and this much of task is required. Then it is coming in the form of incandescent bulb. So you have to turn in the form of LED, because nowadays we are using LEDs. We are not using incandescents.
Okay. Yeah. You're right. Okay. Fine. Then we'll come up with a plan then. Yeah.
Definitely. Now I think the task is much more clear to you guys.
Yes. Yeah.
That's why I'm doing this. Because if I simply give that task to you, you people will confuse in that part. So guys,
me again. Yeah, I'm just not sure about the calculating part, like how to break it down in a room like that. Can you give me an example or something like that?
For which square feet, like square feet into 1.5 is equals to ambient.
That I got. See,
That got. Okay.
Area,
If
it's
yeah,
area. Okay.
60 watt incandescent bulb is there, then we need 10 of LED. Okay.
Okay.
So if we have, suppose 252 of incandescent, how much? It's simply a math calculation. We all done in the math classes. Like 60 is equals to 10.
60 more. It is like 252.
Yeah. Got it?
Okay. Thank you.
So guys, I need your feedback for today's session. Please give me your feedback.
It was really good. Actually, I understood a lot about lighting. We did use, but we didn't know exactly like how much of light is required or what. But this gives a very clear picture, like how much you can use, like once I apply on it, maybe I'll get a more better idea on it. Like exactly, like I know the know-how now, but once I use it, then I think I'll understand better.
Definitely. That's why this plan I have given the task. When you plan this, you apply all the things which I taught you today.
Okay.
So I think then you will not miss.
Yes.
Anybody else? Any feedback? Whatever bad, I'm ready to accept bad things. Please give me bad feedback. Not getting what? Raksha, just speak up. unmute yourself and discuss with me.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Daksha. So,
Ma'am,
yeah.
समझ आया.
Okay. Let me explain you. Like what you this inches and or square feet and or that ambient light calculation. What you not understood?
हाँ ma'am, inches.
Okay. First, you convert inches. If you even Google it, you can get calculator converting inches into feet.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
is simple. Do it with that. We have Google, so we can do it with that. Then you have to multiply that square feet into 1.5. You will get the lights. Okay.
Ma'am, like 120 inches multiplied by 127 inches multiplied by 1.5.
Yes. No, it's like it is exactly okay. Sorry, I missed the size of entrance. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
take it 4 feet. Add 48 inches more in 127 and multiply it with 120 inches. That is the square feet area. That square inches area. Then convert that square inches into feet. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And then multiply it with 1.5. So you will get total wattage of ambient light for
Yes, ma'am.
incandescent bulbs. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Then you have to convert it for LED bulbs. 60 is equals to 10. So your is equals to, now you can get it, 1 is equals to 10 by 60. And if it is coming 168, so 10 divided by 60 multiplied by 168. I'm just giving simple example. Clear? It's simple maths. Got it or not?
No, ma'am.
Otherwise, okay, I will give you the whole. So it's simple. Like I think in arithmetic in class 6th, 7th, you also did that. I will make it easy for you. I will create a sample it for. Okay, I will send it on WhatsApp.
Okay. Thank you.
Shelly, you are also confused. Okay, sure, Shelly, I will share it with you.
For simplification of the ladies, it's a task. Light is 350 watt approximately, and ambient light 210 watts.
Okay. I will open the group for all so that you can help each other too. Okay, Tacha, okay. Okay, I will open the group for all so you can help each other. Maybe someone is good in maths and somebody in good in plans. So you can discuss it. This is the actually, now you are planning all the things. And once we will complete the color combination, then you are able to complete all the things with the lights, design styles, all the you can do. Okay, guys, thank you. Bye-bye for today. And you have to submit task by tomorrow, not tomorrow, day after tomorrow, 5 p.m. Okay, we will have class on Saturday. And on Sunday, we have a question answer session. So take care. Bye-bye. And I will do send it on the WhatsApp. Thank you. Bye-bye.